What is good, yo? It's your boy Ty back here with another video, and in this video today, we're gonna be looking at basically the cheesiest team that right now you can make in MyTEAM, right? So a lot of times we talk about, end game in MyTEAM, and right, so far 2K has done a good job of balancing things out. But I don't know anymore, man. We are going to be building the absolute cheesiest team right now that you can use in NBA 2K22 MyTEAM. Talking about why it's cheesy and talking about how this is only going to lead to things to come for the rest of the year. Now, before we dive any further into that, guys, I personally like out of position sets. I think they're good for the MyTEAM community. Now, I might be biased in that. I really might. But I do think it draws attention to the MyTEAM community, and a lot of people like playing with these types of players. But let's just start with this, okay? We've got an Arvydas Sabonis, 7'3" point guard card, who is actually not bad. And when I say Arvydas Sabonis is not bad, look at this, man. He's not bad. I mean, he has a 92 3-ball. You give him a speed boost with Don, he's just fine. Defensively, you can't put him on ball, but you put him on the opposing center. You can hold it down on the interior. Heck, all you got to do is apply a few extra Hall of Famers, and the cards are just fine. Set shot 8 is fine. And remember, he's an extra guy that you can have on the court that is 7'3". And I don't think we can just take that for granted. He is 7'3" on the court. And again, you can't take anything like that for granted. So 7'3" at the point guard position in late March. Okay. Well, at the shooting guard, right? You're gonna have to you can run Giannis Antetokounmpo at shooting guard. Now, you guys might be wondering, well, okay, so who's going to make plays? Well, what I will tell you is this, guys. I'm not sitting up here and saying Giannis is going to be the best card in the game, but what I will say is he's got fundamental dribble style, which is not horrible, right? Especially with his ability to handle the ball. He's going to be just fine. Hall of Fame quick first step. You give him hyperdrive handles for his quick chain. He's going to be able to handle the ball decently. I'm not saying, you're going to be able to score a ton of points with this team. That's not the point of the team we're making. But what I'm saying is, you put Giannis on the opposing best player, right? The opposing point guard, whoever else. Right? And what he's basically going to do is just give you that extra bit of defense. So Sabonis doesn't have to guard a primary ball. But between Sabonis at 7'3" and Giannis at 6'11", you got an average of 7'1" in the backcourt, which, it's okay, right? 7'1" is okay in the backcourt, right? You can get by with that. Now, at the small forward position, we got another out of position card, and this one's Anthony Davis. Now, you guys might think Anthony Davis, he's not that cheesy. He's only 6'10". But what I would say is this, guys. 6'10" with a 7'2" wingspan at the small forward position, and he's Anthony Davis. Okay? And what is he going to do? Well, the big thing for me is he's another guy that can guard, an opponent's best player. Got to give him a lateral quickness shoe. But once you do that, 97 speed, good interior perimeter, good lateral quickness at that point, great defensive badges. And you're just going to have guys that are going to be beating the opposition up. Between Giannis and AD, Sabonis isn't going to have to guard anybody. He's just not. He's going to be able to camp out on the center and do what he needs to do. Power forward or center, I should say. And defensively, you can basically switch everything with this squad. Now, you might be like, Sabonis can't switch everything. Yes, he can. He's 7'3", and he's going to have 84 speed. He's going to be legitimately just fine. His lateral quickness is even at a 79. He's going to be just fine. Power forward-wise, nobody new, right? We got nobody new here at power forward, but we do got Bobo. And what Bobo does is he's 7'2". So, right, we go 7'3", 6'11", 6'10", 7'2". So, what is our average right now? We're a little over 7 feet for our team. And Bobo is just so long and lengthy. Now, again, he's the type of guy that can guard this small forward in this type of lineup and be just fine. Really fast, good all the way around. Defensively, might not be great. But again, all you need is length, right? That's really all you need when you're lineup right now. And so far, we have an average height of over 7 feet tall. Not the center position. Is there ever a guy we're plugging in is Yao Ming. So you go 7'3", 6'11", 6'10", 7'2", and 7'6". You've got an average height here of about 7'2" in your starting line. Okay? You additionally got basically, I'm not saying you got 5 centers, but you have Sabonis who's a center, Yao's who is a center, Giannis who's a power forward, AD's who a power forward, Bobo's a power forward. So you really here you got all front court players, and they're filling out a lineup. And I mean, guys, it's only late March, and the average height right here in the starting lineup is 7'2". And look, I'm not telling you guys that it's going to be successful, but what I am telling you guys is if you run this type of a lineup, your opponent is going to despise what you're doing. Because look, they try to run out there with an MJ. Oh, that's cute. Who is MJ guarding? Who honestly is MJ guarding? You put him on AD, that's cool. Or run pick and rolls with Giannis and AD, and get whoever in the post, and they're hooping on him. You want to run out there with another small point guard. Heck, you want to run Cade Cunningham? That's not gonna work. You want to run Luka? That's not gonna work. No point guard really works with this type of lineup, which is what makes it so cheesy. Now we're gonna fill out our bench as well. There isn't really any, good, tall backup point guards yet. And so we're just going to plug in Michael Jordan, right? At 6'6". I get it, I ultimately get it. MJ might not ultimately be the tallest player. But what he is incredible on defense. You got the Trae Young package, and that's so tough. But what I will say about MJ is, although he's 6'6", he's going to play a lot bigger. That's just what he's going to do. He's going to play a lot bigger in general, right? 6'6", 6'11", wingspan, just incredible defensive player, 92 interior. The card's going to be absolutely elite. Now is when things get real interesting because we still got centers that we need to plug in the lineup. First guy I got is Evan Mobley. All right, now we got an Evan Mobley in 2K that can play shooting guard, which to me is just crazy because you don't think of Evan Mobley being able to play shooting guard, but the card can. And I'm not sitting up here saying you should play him at shooting guard, but he can. You get the ball handle up there, speed with ball a little bit. You're going to be able to handle the ball a little bit with fundamental dribble style. You give him some playmaking badges, he's going to be just fine. Hall of Fame, catch and shoot, limitless. Again, defensively is where we're going to make our name, make our presence. And I've already thought of Evan Mobley guarding the perimeter as one of the top defensive players in the entire game. Now you give him all this. My goodness, is Evan Mobley not going to be one of the best defensive players in the entire game? He's got everything you need him to have. So now, yeah, I know you got 6'6" in the backcourt, but then you pair it up with Evan Mobley at the 2, who is 7 feet tall. It's just absolutely ridiculous. At the 3, we're going to plug in Big Ben Wallace. So here's what we got. We got a point guard, right? And then we got a center. Right now, Evan Mobley's playing center without Jarrett Allen. Then we got a center in Big Ben Wallace. Now, Ben, I get it, guys. He's not super tall, but he's going to play large. He always does, right? And he's going to have 96 interior. And again, we're going to just be building, the best defensive lineup, just the best height type of lineup. But all of his Hall of Famers, 15 are defense. So, you got MJ out here to kind of carry the weight offensively. And then you got great defensive players in Evan Mobley, Ben Wallace, which is just absolutely ridiculous. Just look how many front court players we have in our lineup. We really only got one guard, and that guard is just because, he's forced to be in there because I don't have any other alternative. Power forward position. Let's just go ahead and plug in David Robinson. 7'1" at the power forward position. Again, a guy a lot of people like to put on ball, but you don't necessarily need to anymore with everybody we've got. He is one of the best on-ball defenders in the entire game. Just throwing that out there for you guys. Good tendencies, just all the way around, incredible. It's just crazy how cheesy you're getting with this type of a lineup. It just is. Now, again, center-wise, I gotta plug the man in. 7'4" for Ralph. So, starting lineup, we had an average height of 7'2". On the bench, it's not quite going to be that, right? Because we do got Michael Jordan and Ralph. They're going to balance out to about 6'11". D-Rob, you got 7'1". Ben Wallace, you got 6'9". So you're really looking at about 6'11" for the bench unit, which isn't quite as good, but still an average height of 6'11" is just absolutely crazy to me. It's just crazy to me. The fact that you can go out there with this type of a team in late March, to me, is just absolutely incredible, absolutely insane. Now, who's some other guys that you guys could think about plugging in this type of a lineup? Well, if you wanted to get cheesy and run a taller point guard, go ahead. I just plugged MJ in because he's better. But go ahead and plug Toni Kukoc in, right? Offensively, I know you're going to struggle, but go ahead and plug Tony in. And then you got 6'10", 7 foot, 6'9". So far you're looking right about 6'10", 6'11". Then with D-Rob and Ralph, you got an over 7 foot lineup in the bench too. It's just absolutely crazy that your average height of the entire team can be over 7 feet tall. It's just crazy to me right now. And you can go out there with this type of a squad and compete. Now your offense is gonna have to get real gritty, and I realize that. But all you really need is one playmaker. So whether it's MJ or whether with your starting lineup you want to, fit Scottie Pippen somewhere in there, all you really need is one guy to make plays, and the rest can take care of itself. But this is the cheesiest lineup, in my opinion, that you can go out there with right now. I'm not trying to spread the toxic total lineups because I probably won't run one. But what I'm saying is, if you want to get real gritty, you can. It's gonna wrap it up for my video today, guys. With out of position comes toxic lineups, and we're at that point in 2K. Drop a like on the video, guys. Subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.